Welcome to another episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I was so excited to be able to talk to Guillaume Brahimi in the month his Melbourne restaurant Bistro Guillaume celebrates its 10-year anniversary. I knew all about Guillaume, having watched with delight his 5-minute Plat du Tour episodes, which aired during the Tour de France and featured famous dishes from the regions the cyclists were passing through. Guillaume's love of cooking and sharing French cuisine was palpable. Guillaume was born in Paris and knew from a young age that he wanted to be a chef. He did his apprenticeship at the iconic Aux Charpentiers restaurant, which closed in 2016 but had opened in the 1860s. By the early 1900s, this was the place for young chefs to learn the trade, so can you imagine doing an apprenticeship there? He then worked at the Tour d'Argent and then at Jamin under Joel Robuchon, a celebrated French chef who's described as having rewritten the rules of fine dining. He found a very apt student in Guillaume who rose through the ranks to become sous chef before announcing that he was leaving for Australia. Robuchon famously told him that he'd never even heard of that establishment, but off Guillaume went for Sydney in the 90s. Nothing could hold him back, and he successfully ran Bennelong in the Sydney Opera House for 14 years from 2001. With all this in mind, I was obviously excited. Our chat was very brief because understandably Guillaume is a busy man. He was on the way to pick up his son and would be celebrating his daughter's 15th birthday that day as well. But it was absolutely a case of quality over quantity, and Guillaume came up with some gold. Please bear in mind that Guillaume was driving in Sydney and on the phone in the car, so my voice does come across as inordinately loud, and Guillaume's is much softer and wonderfully French accented. But do come along for the ride. Bonjour, Guillaume. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh my God.
So I wanted to say bon anniversaire parce que ça se fête 10 ans quand même. 10 years. 10 years is certainly something to celebrate in restaurant lives, isn't it? It's a long time, and it's.
You're so right,
Yeah.
It's a long innings. It's a great innings for any restaurant in the world, but especially in Australia. Do a list of tell me 10 restaurants who've been open for 10 years without looking at any guide, and it'd be challenging.
Yes, absolutely. And so it's really a big congratulations to you. What's your secret? Because I look at your menu and it's so beautiful and classic. Is that the secret?
Secret is, firstly enjoying what you do and being surrounded with people who love what they do. I've been very lucky in Melbourne. I have a great team who's been very loyal to the bistro and to me, and we grow together. And it's a belief on, never compromise on the quality of the produce, and that's something it's very into what we do. Outsourcing, we're a bistro, so we're not going to serve caviar and lobsters every day. But when we outsource the chicken and the vegetable and the fish, we try to get the best available as possible and the best in the season.
Absolutely. And I've read about your philosophy of bistronomy, which really fits with Melbourne's idea of excellent quality produce.
Bistronomy, people laugh about bistronomy, but bistronomy is so important for me because I've been lucky to have fine dining restaurants and working for some great chefs, and also having Bennelong in the Opera House for 14 years, who was a fine dining. So the philosophy and the approach of your work is the same, but you're just dealing with different produce. I always say to my team, l'amour du travail bien fait.
Oui.
The love of the work well done. It's what Mr. Robuchon I worked for in France for so long used to tell us, and if you don't have that, I don't know because I've got it. So
Yeah.
and I'm not saying it's easy every day, but the satisfaction of cooking a dish well, satisfaction of seeing the produce deliver every day, the satisfaction of seeing the restaurant food, the happiness. For me, very simple. Is looking at an empty plate coming to the kitchen when somebody uses a bread roll to finish it. They're the things make me happy. But like in 10 years, I can't forget my partner, Crown Resort, who have been amazing to be in partnership with. Like the team.
Yeah. And that's important, yeah, for hospitality as well. Just for example, I've just been reading, just to go back to the bistronomy idea and how simple things are so good. I can see on your anniversary menu that you've got your Paris mash, and there's only 3 ingredients in that, isn't there?
Oh yeah. Don't ask me the almonds, but I'll beat your hands. Yeah, well, it's great potato, a little bit of milk, and quite a bit of butter.
Yeah. Perfect.
But I'm not asking you to have Paris mash every day.
No, I don't think we could have it every day, could we? I wouldn't mind it. I also just love that I watched you, and I'm a French teacher as well as a writer, so I made my French students watch Plat du Tour, and I just loved the simplicity of the dishes that you were talking about, but just they're so French, ratatouille and pissaladière and so on. Your love for food just really came through that.
Oh yeah.
Which is.
But it's very exciting because Plat du Tour is coming back.
Amazing.
And we did some more because we are not traveling.
Yeah.
So the dishes are going to be more and more wintry dishes in France, and I can't tell you too much about it, but you're going to love it.
Can't wait.
I hope you love it as much as I've been cooking it.
Good. And Guillaume, obviously you've said to me that you just have this inherent love for food. Has that just always been there? As a child, or growing up, did you know you wanted to be a chef?
Oh yeah, well I started cooking at 14, so it was...
Yeah.
My daughter's turning 15 today. I definitely don't want her in the kitchen. But it's... I was lucky because I don't come from a family of cooks. I don't come from a family of hospitality. And, in these days, cooking was not a fashionable profession. There was no master chef, there was no celebrity chef, there was nothing. It was a hard industry. A little bit not in the spotlight. In France it was, but in the rest of the world it wasn't, if you know what I mean. But I was lucky because that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And to start off at a place like Aux Charpentiers as an apprentice, which is like that's the absolute epitome of places to do apprenticeships, isn't it? Because it's right next to the Musée du Compagnage and so it's...
The Charpentier, yeah. That's the real thing. And that's what they teach you the value of working.
Yes.
The value of work and the respect of the produce. You need to respect the produce. And I was lucky to have some great masters teaching me that in a way of you respect the nut value the same way you respect the lobster.
Yeah.
It's not because the lobster is more expensive than you throw away the nut values. You know what I mean? And that sounds a bit cliche, but when you tell that to young kids who start cooking, they're like, it just makes sense. And I was lucky to understand that I was making an investment for my future by working that hard.
Absolutely. Look, Guillaume, I don't want to keep you because I know you've got lots on and you're picking up your son and it's your daughter's birthday, but thank you so much. You've already given me some beautiful gems.
And I hope to see you at the bistro.
Yes, well,
I will be there. And all the best for the 2 celebratory nights on the 25th and the 27th. I think that's right. And
Thank you.
and bonne journée, bonne continuation.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Au revoir.
Bonne soirée.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Guillaume Brahimi from Bistro Guillaume. If you want to experience all the greatness for yourself, which of course you do, you can savour Guillaume's food at Crown River Walk in the city. As for me, I'm on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef, and if you want to read the chat, you can head to www.conversationwithachef.com. I would absolutely love it if you told a friend about my chats, and of course you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts or click follow on Spotify so I know you're there. Once again, thank you. Have a lovely day. See you next time.